Hi guys! Today's video is going to be a review on the pilot of Scream, the TV show. Oh my god, I got so excited about this. So I'm a big fan of Scream because it was my actual first horror movie ever. When I was about 12, I think, they showed the movie on TV on Belgian television. I was at my grandma's house, I had a TV in my room, and I decided to watch it, not even knowing what it was, really. And it was actually Scream 4. No, not Scream 4. It was a Scream where in the beginning of the movie, the guy goes to the bathroom at the movie theater and he got stabbed in the cheek and all that. You know which one I'm talking about. That was the very first Scream I've seen. And oh my god, I died. Like, it was the scariest thing ever for me. So I have a little something special for this movie because it's the very first horror movie I've seen. So when my boyfriend told me there's going to be a Scream TV show, I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, and it airs tonight. I was like, tomorrow we're watching it. We are watching it. I had a lot of expectations for the TV show, and at the same time I was like, what can you really expect? The down thing to it is that it's an MTV show, and I was like, I feel like they're gonna fuck it up. Really, I was like, I like MTV, like, I like Catfish. I'm a big MTV person, but I feel like they're better for reality shows, like trashy things, more than for an actual TV series. I would think that ABC would be better, or Fox, or HBO maybe, or Showtime, but MTV, I hope they're putting a lot of effort into this. So I sat down and I started watching. I downloaded the pilot and I watched it. First scene, I was like, oh my god, this is so cheesy. So cheesy. By the way, I watched it by myself. So like I didn't have anybody else's opinion. So I watched the whole thing and I was like, I don't know. This is so high school like. This is so cheesy. I thought about it. Then I told my boyfriend, I watched it last night. I don't think you're gonna like it. It's a little too high school. The thing with that type of TV show being too high school, too almost childish, is that you can make it better. You can improve it. You know, with American Horror Story, how the first season and second season were so good? How can you make it better for a third season? Actually, the third season wasn't that good, really. And fourth season, I couldn't find myself watching it. I will, though. I will, because it's still American Horror Story, and I want to know if it gets better than the first episode. And at the same time, I was like, it's maybe not that bad. They can make it better, but in the same way, I was like, I'm not sure if I like it because it's an MTV TV show, so maybe they just suck at making TV show and they're gonna ruin the whole franchise because it's an official Scream franchise. So like if they fuck it up, it's done. It's never done. We will never have a new Scream TV show that is gonna be better. But then I rewatched it the next day with my boyfriend. There are actually a couple things I really like. There's one thing I hate, and I will get that out right now so we're done with it. They changed Ghostface's mask. Basically, my boyfriend explained me that Fun World is a company that owns the mask for the rights to the mask of Ghostface, and they didn't want to give the rights to MTV. So they had to change the mask. The mask looks ridiculous. It's stupid. It really is. It's not even scary. He looks like a Jason. You know how Jason, he's this like lazy guy, like looking like he's killing people, but he doesn't put efforts into it. You know what I mean? Well, this mask make him look like that. And even if in his way of walking, he looks creepy. He's not, I feel like if I would run, like if he would follow me and I would run, he couldn't catch me because he looks so blah. That's how he looks like. When Scream, like from movies, the guy looked like he was hitting the gym every day. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter who you are, he was gonna get your ass. And the mask looks scary as fuck. So I'm like, the mask, they ruined it. They really did. But they have an option, never show his face. Like if people talk so much shit about the way the mask look, they can actually like not show it as much. Like show it once or twice and not as much as they did in the Scream movies. So that's something I hate, but If the storyline is good enough, then I will kind of forget about the shitty mask, right? Now, when it comes to the pilot itself, the fact that it's a group of high schoolers, that they're partying, they have a lot of money and all that, I'm like, yeah. But again, they can make it better. They can do a season 2 being more like 10 years later, you know, when they all grown up. They can do that. Now for the first scene, how as I was telling, at first I was like, this is so cheesy. Oh my god, the girl's running in a bikini, really? Been there, done that. But again, my boyfriend told me, I feel like you have to be so educated to watch this TV show, at least the pilot, is that it's a remake. It's with
Emma Thorne. Her last name is Thorne, but I think it's Emma Thorne.
That Disney girl. But by the way, she doesn't look like a Disney girl anymore. Oh my god, she got the body. She does.
That's out of the topic.
It's a remake from the first Scream. That's what I heard. So they were making this on purpose. They wanted to start the TV show how they started the whole franchise. That's cool. If it's actually what they did, that's really cool because they're bringing it back to what Scream it actually is. And if you're a massive fan of Scream, that you will love the fact that the TV show matches the movie franchise. So that's good. That's good. It kind of sucks that Emma Thorne is not going to be in the movie anymore though, because I thought she was going to be a main character and I like her. So I was like, oh, sad. First episode, she's dead. That's out of the line. I didn't know if they were trying to make a remake or if they were like actually thinking this is awesome to have a naked girl run and all that. If it's a remake, awesome. Really awesome. Now there's one thing I really, really liked about this pilot. It's this guy. I don't remember his name in the TV show because I watched the first episode twice. It's not enough for me to remember the names. But this guy, I love his character. Apparently, he's also like a character inspired from the movie franchise because there was another nerd who knew everything in the franchise. But I love how they nailed the conversations. I will let you watch a small clip right now from the episode and I will talk about it right after.
Brooke, would you please tell us which genre originated with the Castle of Otranto?
The castle genre?
The Gothic genre?
Thank you. Guys, look, I get it. Nobody wants to sit around reading 500 dusty pages about monks and curses, but nobody's forcing you to watch The Walking Dead.
Ooh, is The Walking Dead on the midterm?
Zombies are not literature, Jake.
Why not? George Romero, Horace Walpole, it's all the same bones.
Or the same rotting flesh. Karen's right. Gothic genre is all over TV right now. You have American Horror Story, you have Bates Motel, Hannibal.
What about Texas Chainsaw or Halloween?
Those are slasher movies. So, you can't do a slasher movie as a TV series. Well, think about it. You know, girl and her friends arrive at the dance, the camp, the deserted town, whatever. Killer takes them out one by one. 90 minutes later, the sun comes up as the survivor girl is sitting in the back of the ambulance watching her friends' bodies being wheeled past. Slasher movies burn bright and fast. TV needs to stretch things out.
Nina, are you home?
You know, by the time the first body is found, it's only a matter of time before the bloodbath commences.
So this scene, right, that you've just seen right now, it's like right at the beginning of the TV show. They're in a classroom, as you see. It's a new teacher, and they're talking about different slasher movies. I didn't know the term slasher. You know, English is not my first language, so I didn't know the term slasher before I watched the episode, but I understood real quick what it meant. And I liked how people were like, you cannot make a slasher TV show, right? Well, that's what we thought. When they said it was going to be a Scream TV show, I'm like, is it always going to be people dying? Is it a remake of Game of Thrones? Is it what it you're trying to do? We're going to love people and then they're going to die? Alright, why not? But it's kind of weird. So the fact that they're having this conversation about all these TV shows they have right now, and this guy who's like, you cannot make a slasher TV show when it actually Scream is a slasher TV show. I was like, this is smart. This is smart. They're not trying to like make us feel dumb about it. They're actually telling us what this is all about. So I like this whole conversation. I like how they explain how a slasher is supposed to be. Also, at that scene with this guy explaining the whole slasher movie thing, I love how they, at the moment he starts talking and explaining that, you know, he raises his hand and he's like, this is slasher movies, not TV series, because a slasher movie is this way, this way, this way. And at the same moment, there is this violin in the background, and then it switches to the mom of the girl finding the body of her daughter, and it's so like, oh my god, this is exactly how a slasher movie is. But that's why we love it. We know what's gonna happen. We still have this tiny hope they're all gonna survive. And how he's like, and there's this girl who survived sitting in the ambulance, like watching the dead bodies of all her friends. It's exactly it. It's exactly what it is. But we still love it for some reason. We never get discouraged.
We never do. Also,
I love this line that he said. He said something like, slasher movies burn fast, and TV needs to stretch things out. It's exactly true. But that's what they did with Pretty Little Liars. Actually, I think that Scream is a lot like Pretty Little Liars. If Pretty Little Liars was a slasher movie, it would be like Scream Queens. If you've seen a trailer of Scream Queens, it would be that. And Scream Queens is a girly version of Scream. Watch the trailer, you'll get it. But we don't know who Scream is, like Ghostface in the new TV show. It's a little like Who is A in Pretty Little Liars. And also, they've been running the show for 6 seasons. We still don't know who was running this whole thing, who was texting all the time. We know Mona did it for a while. We know that person did it. We know that person did it. But who is really holding the whole thing? We don't know that. We don't know. And with Scream, it's a little of the same thing. And I hope that Scream the TV show will be able to keep us go on and not be like, okay, another murder, on board. Now I want to come back to a little thing that happened in the beginning, and because I forgot to mention it. When the pilot starts, you have this music that says Daisy, blah, 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 I don't remember. This song makes me, it's so creepy and makes me think of Freddy. Did they try to make like a song, the creepy song that everybody would sing and it would stay there? Because I've heard the Freddy song so many times and I hadn't even seen the movie at that time. So maybe they're trying to make it some sort of marketing thing right there. Talking about Daisy, when you watch a little more of the episode, you realize that the Ghostface, or there's this guy who used to kill a lot of teenagers and he was in love with this girl, Daisy. You realize that it's one of the main character's mom. Who is that Daisy? She receives a heart in a box and she's dating a cop. The cop happens to be the father of a teenager that is going to the same school as that main character. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. But out of the whole dating scene, is it too early for us to know who Daisy is? That's a question I would like an answer to, because I feel like it's too early. We know too much already. Maybe it's because this is so pointless to the story that they give the information this soon. I don't know. You tell me. You tell me if you think it's too soon. If you're watching this review, you probably have seen the pilot, and I hope you have actually watched the pilot, because if you haven't, then it's a video spoiler. I'm sorry. For that Daisy thing, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if it was a good idea. The rest of the TV show, the rest of the season will tell us what it is. Now there's a second scene I loved in the show. It was another scene with this guy, this nerdy guy. It's another scene where he explains how this whole thing rolls. So I will let you watch it and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, Noah Foster, right?
Yeah, guilty. Well, I mean, not guilty, but yes.
I hear you have a particular interest in Brandon James.
I have a lot of interests.
You mind stopping by the station tomorrow morning before school? Answer a few questions?
Will do, Chief.
Okay.
Hey, what was that about?
Well, I'm guessing he's not convinced that Tyler killed Nina. He's gonna question everybody. I'm sure he just figured, why not start with the genius IQ outcast with the serial killer fetish? duh.
You couldn't possibly think that you killed Nina.
Why not? I hated the way she treated you.
Hey. So you never told me how it ends.
How what ends?
The town's horror story. Does Tyler really kill Nina, or is Brandon James back?
Well, you know, you gotta remember that the whodunit may not be as important in our story.
So it's more of a whodunit?
No. I'm saying you need to forget it's a horror story. That someone might die at every turn. You see, you have to care if the smoking hot lit teacher seems a little too interested in his female students. You have to care if the team wins the big game. You have to care if the smart, pretty girl forgives the dumb jock.
Sounds like Friday Night Lights.
Exactly. You root for them, you love them, so when they are brutally murdered, it hurts.
So for me, that scene right there, magical. Magical. The reason why I love it, it's because, so you have the cop, right? Who's like, can you come by the police station tomorrow? Okay, we get it. He wants to, like, make it look like this kid did it. And that's what the TV show is trying to do, too, by having the nerdy guy that knows everything about serial killers. They definitely want us to think that he did it. But then when there's this Asian girl that comes to him and is like, hey, you never told me how this story ends. And he's like, you have to remember that this might not be about who did it or why you did it, but that it's more about the story itself. We have to care about the characters. We have to care about that guy who does that girl who does that. And that's when I thought maybe this is gonna be better than it looked like. They're actually, through this character, telling us, we're gonna fuck with your brain. We're gonna make you like this guy. We're gonna make you like this girl. We're gonna make you hate this person. But this is all of this is shade. You won't know what's going on. We will surprise you. And that's where I was like, hell yeah, finally, you give me something. And then at the end of the episode, you see like little things like, it might be this guy, it might be this girl, the guy, like the nerdy guy who does that, and he has blood. It's fantastic. But I know it's not any of those. After watching Pretty Little Liars and watching all these other TV shows, I'm 100% sure it's not the old serial killer, because it would be too obvious, and it's not any of the teenagers. I feel like it could be the cop. I feel like it could be a neighbor. We don't have the whole story. It could be the new teacher, for what I know. I feel like this TV show is going to be a lot of surprises if they keep going in that direction. That not staying in the whole cute teenager thing. We don't want that. We really don't. And if they want to have adults watching it, like the real fans of the first slasher movies, they better not stay with that cute little circle of best friends and those little girls in bikinis, because we don't really care about that. We don't. Even guys that they don't care to see a girl getting in a bikini. Yeah, one scene is cool, but we want an actual story. We want something. We're gonna wait for each episode every week. So yes guys, this was my review on the pilot of Scream. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you clear something out. I hope it helped you clear some things out. I hope it gave you an opinion about the TV show. Go in the comments below. Talk about it, where we can have a conversation, like a little forum, a little chat. It would be awesome for me. If you want me to review the next episodes, I'm down for it. I'm really down for it. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you want to see more of that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!